umpire Topo Padilla says he just got back.
And I like how he's tried 3 pickoff moves now in a row, and the last one there he really lays it down across. And I think he caught Blackwell off guard, or Atwell there off guard. Lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, Atwell thinking he's not going to go back again, is he?
Oh, good pitch.
Fastball, swing and a miss. So now Moore ahead of the count, 1-2. Changeup's been very effective here early on. Another check. And see, that's the problem.
Right.
He threw it away, and that's going to be an E1. I got to imagine. You're up 5-0. You're up on the count 1-2. You just concentrate on the pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't agree with you more there.
So Bro's going to go talk to him. You got designated. You got a number on there. It looks like 27. He's going to come in to run for Atwell, and that is my roster.
Giacomo Oliveri,
a sophomore. I believe in high school you can. Atwell's not out of the game.
Right.
He can re-enter.
Just pinch run.
Okay. So some more speed on the bases. Swing and a miss. Blackwell fooled by that changeup again. He goes down swinging. 2 away here.
First strikeout of the day there for Jeremiah Moore. Whoa. Some serious feedback there.
Kyle Morosky, the right fielder, is the batter. Another righty. Moore gets his sign and delivers. Fastball right down.
There's a little tailing action on there back inside. Good pitch. I like so far we've seen good curveball change and fastball thrown by Jeremiah Moore so far today.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's definitely thrown at least 3 pitches. Works from the right side of the rubber, and the delivery. He's just getting a piece of it and rolling it to Shaw at first. He'll step on the bag unassisted, and that'll end the inning. So for Millennium, they get no runs, no hits. They leave one through an inning and a half. 5-0, Valley Christian on top, right here on the Play On Sports Network.
CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv brings you the Division I Baseball Finals next week, Friday and Saturday, June 1st and 2nd. As we conclude the 2011-2012 athletic year, we'll start the best 2 out of 3 championship on Friday at 7 p.m., then conclude with the second game on noon or at noon on Saturday with a third game, if necessary, to follow. It's all the baseball action you can handle this week, all brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. KBC Sports and the Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week, and you can now access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week, brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBC Sports and the Play On Sports Network. And just a quick programming note while we've got a second here. You can also search on YouTube for our games. If you type in the 2 teams playing, apart, of course, from going to CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv, you can also see the games streamed live on YouTube as well. So all sorts of ways for you to tune in. Actually, you could do that in your car, I suppose, if you wanted to listen to the broadcast. Tune in via YouTube, plug it into the auxiliary input of your stereo system inside your car, and you can listen to Ben Schneider and I commentate. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see the fabulous video footage captured by Tim King, but that's what the computer's for, I suppose.
So Valley Christian back to the plates. They're going to go back to the top of the order. They sent 9 guys to the plates there in the first, got 5 runs on 4 hits, a couple of clutch, 2 outs, RBI knocks, one by Quentin Moore, one by Jeremiah Moore. Of course, they got the 2 RBI single from Beaujean. And then, so back to the leadoff spot. It's Rouse swinging at the first pitch, blasts one into right field for a base hit. So Valley picking up where they left off there in the bottom of the first. Now, bottom of the second, they get the leadoff guy on.
And I like this aggressive style of Valley Christian has shown here, not waiting around for the pitch to dictate here. If they see a pitch they like, go ahead and swing for it. And that one was dropped nicely into right field for base hit.
So Larson now back in the stretch where he was for most of that first inning. Another first pitch swing, that's a foul. Watch your windshield.
Yep. There's a reason they've got those signs right outside the access road there, pocket your own risk.
So 0-1 now on Mowry. Mowry reached on an error, which was actually the undoing there in the first. There's a high fair ball left field right at the warning track. Making the grab is Carroll. Well, Mowry gave it a ride, but Carroll in good position there, drifting to his right and back, just in front of the warning track, makes the grab.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Ben, we don't have the dimensions here of Sacramento City, or the field here at Union Stadium, but yeah, it's about 10 feet shy of the warning tracks. He got a good chunk of that pitch there.
Guessing it's about 290 down the lines. 390, I mean. That's a foul ball. Another, oh no, off the brick building there at the daycare here at Sac City. Jimmy Shaw singled, reached second on a pass ball, and then scored on the 2 RBI single by Beaujean. Tall, lanky, lefty. Runner goes, throw down the second. It's a good one, but Avia unable to hold on to it. Probably would have had him, too. Good throw there by Atwall.
Great throw. He just turned a little bit too soon, didn't have the ball in his glove, and that's a steal there for Brian Rush, second base.
Rush didn't get a great jump, but he'll be on. It's not going to be an error, just unable to hold on to it was Avia. 0-2 the count. Change up to Shaw. Shaw waits on it, almost takes out his first base coach, who I believe is Valley's head coach, Brad Gunter Jr. More times than not, though. Yeah, more times than not, it's your first base coach is going to be the head coach. So 0-2 now. 1 out here. Bottom of the second. Valley Christian on top, 5-0. Roush at second, short lead. And
pitch.
Swing and missing his shot. Went out of the zone for that one. So Larson picks up his second strikeout, 2 down here in the second, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jake Sween. Sween grounded out to shortstop his first at bat. Right-handed batter, wears number 17. Waits for the pitch from Larson. Larson going to check back to second.
Larson would love to get out of the inning here. There's 2 good retirements to get Mowry and Shaw here to begin this bottom of the second inning. So you can get Sween here, get out of the inning quickly, and get Millennium back out on the field.
Ooh, off-speed pitch. Had Sween fooled. Beaujean on deck. 5-0. Valley Christian on top here. The Division 7 Sac-Joaquin section title game. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle, and Sween took a good hack at it, but a little bit late. 0-2. That's one right above the press box here, foul. Wind slowing down a little bit, but still moving out towards left field. And a swing and a miss. So good inning for Larson. He gets 2 strikeouts, gives up just the 1 hit. For Valley Christian, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 through 2. We're going to send it to Stephen Davies for play-by-play for innings 3, 4, and 5. 5-0 Valley Christian on top right here on the Play On Sports Network.
KBC Sports and the Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week, and you can now access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action that you see every week, brought to you by your home for high school sports, kbcsports.com. A couple of encouraging strikeouts there for Austin Lawson as he gets Shaw and then Sween looking to end that bottom of the second inning. But Valley Christian clearly in the driver's seat so far. 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. No hits yet for Millennium with just 1 error so far. So here they come in the top of the third inning. It'll be Carroll, Diaz, and Drew Carroll. So I should say Tanner Carroll, Eddie Diaz, and Drew Carroll here in the top of the third inning. As we mentioned, a breezy and uncharacteristically cool day here at Memorial Day Monday here in Sacramento City College. But a fine afternoon for baseball nonetheless, and an excellent crowd on hand here at Union Stadium.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it really is.
A little breeze, perfect baseball weather, not too hot.
So the first pitch then of the third inning coming up from Jeremiah Moore. And we've seen some good stuff from him so far. And there's one right back. Tim King almost with a one-handed catch. It would have been spectacular there from a videographer as the ball comes back over the screen to the right side.
Tim looks like he could play some baseball, that's for sure.
Yeah. So it will be strike 1 to Tanner Carroll. There's a pitch outside. Ball in the strike. To Carroll, batting .329 on the season, 27 games. 34 hits in 91 at bats this season. Here's a pitch from Moore. That's inside. A nice pitch that took something off. Ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned in the second inning, Moore, has good command of the fastball and the curve so far. Here's a pitch on the outside. Bring him up. He's done. Strike 3. And that's a strike out looking for Jeremiah Moore.
And the second strikeout for Moore.
And he struck out Spencer Blackwell in the second. So here's a right-handed hitting Eddie Diaz wearing number 1 for Millennium. He'll be followed by the other Carroll brother, Drew. So 1 out. Here's the pitch outside from Jeremiah Moore. Working from the, more or less the first base side of the rubber. Peering for the sign here. Diaz swings and chops that one foul off to the left side. So count evens at a ball and a strike here to Eddie Diaz.
Moore in a nice pace out there on the mound. He's got the 5-0 lead, so he can be a little bit more aggressive than, say, in that first inning or in the previous game he pitched. If it was a close game.
Here's a pitch high. Diaz making just his 5th appearance in a game this season. He's batting .250. This is just his 11th plate appearance on the season so far. So 2 balls and a strike here. His count. Pitch is outside. Just Thorne went over the outside portion of the plate. This would be excellent for Millennium here if they can get the number 9 hitter on base with the top of the order coming up. So 3-1 the count now to Diaz, and he'll chop that one up to second base, fielded on a hop, and fired across the first for the second out as Diaz grounds out to Van Patten there for the second out. Diaz would have liked to have got on base there with the count very much in his favor. 2 outs now quickly for Millennium, and back to the top of the order for Drew Carroll and his second at bat of the day. Carroll grounded out 4-3 in the top of the first inning. So he'll look to make amends here with 2 outs. Left-handed batter. Awaits the pitch from Moore. Right over the middle of the plate. Strike 1. Moore's looked pretty good so far. Still no hits yet from Millennium. Here's a pitch grounded to Van Patten. He has it on a couple bounces. Came out of his glove, and there's the first base runner of the day for Millennium. As Van Patten, a fairly routine grounder, couldn't get it in the glove. Had trouble then getting the grip on the ball and firing just late across the first.
And, they're going to do an E4, and that's why I always score with pencil, Stephen, because I was writing down 4-3, just thinking, like you said, it was a routine grounder, and Van Patten had a hard time getting it out of his glove. So, second time today that, well, there was actually a walk.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Atwell had a walk in the second.
So second base runner, but they still haven't got a hit, because that's going to be an E4.
Yeah, you're correct. Atwell got to first on a walk and then got to second on a pitch out to first base that got around Blackwell. Or around Shaw, I should say, excuse me. So base runner here from Millennium. Drew Carroll on first. Now the right-handed Austin Lawson coming up to bat for Millennium. So a long look in here from Moore. With brother Quentin setting up to the inside portion of the plate. Time called by Lawson. He'll take a step out. Outfield shallow. With Roush really playing level with Haggerty and Maury there in the outfield. Look across the first base now. Pick off attempt there, but not in time. As Carroll able to get back to the bag easily. Now Moore ready for the pitch. Swung on by Lawson, popped to shallow center. Drifting back, and underneath it is Jake Sween for the third out.
And now you can make it official, that third out, as Larson pops up.
So after getting one base runner, thanks to the error, Millennium unable to capitalize, and we'll go to the bottom of the third inning, and let's turn it over to Ben Schneider.
You can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. And you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Click on Buy DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv.
Thank you, sir.
How about another one?
Sure, why not?
Looking for a great place to advertise your business or reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246.
Austin Lawson encouraging bottom of the second innings, striking out both Jimmy Shaw and getting Jake Sween looking to conclude that bottom of the second. He'd like to continue that sort of pitching here in the bottom of the third as he faces Buljan, Haggerty, and Moore. And this is the portion of the lineup that did the most damage the first time around. Buljan having a base hit. Haggerty walked. And then the Moore brothers following with singles of their own to drive in the runners. So crucial here for Larson to get through this portion of the order.
Well, Larson did a good job in the second inning there, bouncing back.
Right,
You know,
definitely.
after giving up the big inning in the first, he did a nice job. Got retired 3 of 4 batters that he faced. After giving up the single and the stolen base, he retired the next 3 batters, the last 2 via strikeout. So he's got to figure out what he did in the second inning that he wasn't doing in the first and bring that back here to the third frame.
Well, his problem was not getting the pitch with 2 strikes.
Right,
I think that was
right. That was a big problem.
I think with the Moore and Haggerty, or the Moore brothers, excuse me, yeah, he got to 2 strikes and then giving up crucial hits. So let's see how it goes here. First delivery from Lawson is outside, long look from the umpire, but pitch appeared to be low. So a ball to Buljan. Mentioned Buljan, Haggerty, and Quentin Moore coming up for Valley Christian here in the bottom of the third. Curveball is over the plate for strike 1. So count evens at the ball and the strike. Buljan, left-handed batter, singled in the first. His pitch swung on and hit, drilled up the alley to left center field. Long single there by Buljan, so he's got 2 hits on the day now.
Yeah, he's looked good in both at bats, too. That way, left-handed batter taking it to the opposite field. That's what you want to do on the outside pitches.
Sure.
Inside pitches, you're taught to pull it. Outside, take it the other way.
little spin off the bat there as that went just left of the second base bag and then carried into the outfield. So solid piece of hitting there from Buljan. Both times he's been at bat. And that'll bring up Haggerty. Right-handed stick. He was hit by a pitch on the first pitch from Lawson in the first inning. Delivery's well outside from Lawson. So ball to Levi Haggerty. He's been .413 on the year with 26 hits in 63 at-bats. Here's a throw across to first. Diving back to the bag and making it in time was Buljan. I'll shorten him up a little bit over there at first. The ball, no strikes here to Haggerty. Crowd in the inside portion of the plate. Here's an attempt by running down to second base, and they got a pinch runner in there for Valley Christian.
I think it's 3.
Chris Kobzeff, the outfielder, the senior. And he got a good jump, and they didn't even bother making the throw down to second.
Yeah, Atwell bobbled it. Had no chance. I don't think he would have had to play on it anyway, as you mentioned. The pitch runner.
So Kobzeff
yeah, he had a great jump.
It's running for Buljan. That's a fine pitch there from Lawson that gets away from the catcher off to the left side. And that allows Kobzeff to get down to third base. So Buljan singled. Kobzeff stole second, and then he reached on a pass ball. And now Valley Christian threatening here with no outs. Ball and 2 strikes here to Haggerty, and a chance to put another run on the board with a runner at third base. Diaz now will bring the infield in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they're going to try to make sure that it stays at 5. All 4 infielders playing in on the grass.
Pitch fouled off to the right there, so ball and 2 strikes now to Haggerty.
You know, it's going to be an uphill battle coming back from 5.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to come back from 6.
It's a reachable target, but any more than that, and it's really going to be a struggle. Now, the pitch gets away from
Atwell.
Yeah, from Atwell off to the right side.
That's some miscommunication there. That's the third ball this inning that's gotten past Atwell. I don't know if they're getting their signals mixed up or Larson's. I mean, when he misses, he's not really missing close. He's missing out of the strike zone, so that could have a factor too.
2 balls, 2 strikes here. Pitch swung on, fouled off to the right side, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kobzeff, the man on third base. Valley Christian a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. Comes Lawson with a delivery. Curveball popped up to right, shallow right. Diaz calls for it, comes across, and he'll take it. Kobzeff will hold up at third, and that's the first out.
Well, good pitching there by Larson, too. That's what you want in that situation. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. You want to go for the strikeout or the lazy infield, or you'll try to get a ground ball or try to get a pop fly in the infield. That's what he got. So good pitching there. See if they can do it again. One more with the infield in, then you can bring it back.
Here's Quentin Moore. Slapped that single down the right field line in the 1st inning. He's a right-handed bat. Man on third is Kobzeff. Curveball over the plate for a strike. Good pitch there by Austin Lawson. No balls in a strike here to Quentin Moore's brother Jeremiah to follow. Lawson waves off a call. Now throw across the third. Kobzeff almost caught napping over there to make the head first slide back into third. It's in time.
The problem was Compton. The third baseman wasn't even expecting it. He was still
right.
moving over towards third.
Look over to third from Lawson. Delivery as Quentin Moore shows bunts, but pitch again outside. And yeah, it's the same thing as you mentioned before when he is missing. He's missing quite badly, and that time the ball gets away from Atwell once again. I'll say
Moore, I mean, you're showing Button, usually you're taking there, but he should have brought that one back.
Well, they give him 2 strikes, so maybe that.
No, they said they didn't pull it back.
Oh, God, okay. 2 strikes on Quentin Moore. That pitch is inside. Ball and 2 strikes. Kobzeff, the man on third. Infield playing in once again. Small gap on the right portion of the infield. Pitch in here from Lawson is low. count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diaz and Blackwell playing very close to each other on the right side of the infield. More of a gap between Avila and Compton on the third base side. 2-2 the count. Here's the delivery. Pitch swung on and missed. Good pitch there from Lawson to get Moore the second out of the inning, and now here comes his brother Jeremiah with 2 outs and a man on third.
I'm not sure he threw a fastball in that entire at-bat to Moore. He's throwing nothing but changeups and curveballs. It worked, though. He got the strikeout his 4th of the game. And other than that first inning where he gave up those back-to-back singles on first pitches, fastballs right down the gut, he's pitched well.
Yeah, and he's remaining with the off-speed stuff there on that first pitch. Pitch was high for a ball to Jeremiah Moore. Here's a pitch swung on and popped to shallow center. Diaz on the edge of the dirt will reel that one in for the third out. So after Bullshaw got a single and a pinch runner got over to third base, Austin Larson and Millennium are able to get out of the inning. After 3, it's Valley Christian 5, Millennium 0. Let's turn it over to Ben Schneider.
We're going to have a game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program. Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info@kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246. Sac-Joaquin.tv brings you the Division I baseball finals next weekend, Friday and Saturday, June 1st and 2nd, as we conclude the 2011-2012 athletic year. We'll start the best 2 out of 3 championships on Friday at 7 p.m., then conclude with a second game at noon on Saturday, with a third game if necessary to follow. It's all the baseball action you can handle this week, all brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. We heard at first those games are going to be in Lodi. Then we heard today that they're going to be down at the University of Pacific in Stockton. So you're definitely going to want to tune in for that one next week. KBCSports.com and Play on Sports. Sports Network showcase great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook. Get the latest KBC and Play on news on Twitter. Or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week. Brought to you on your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play on Sports.
Thank you, sir. First pitch from Jeremiah Moore, the fastball low. Moore will face Avila, Compton, and Atwall here in the top of the 4th inning. And Moore has been very efficient so far in this game. Quick delivery here, and that's grounded right back up the middle. A solid hit by Avila to get on base. So that's the first hit of the day for Millennium. And Avila, a nice piece of hitting. 2 hopped up the infield. No chance there for Lawson or for Moore or Sween that to make a play on the ball. So Millennium have a base runner on first, Jose Avila. And now they'll bring up Gavin Compton. Compton batting .410, 32 hits and 78 plate appearances, 2 home runs, 33 RBIs. And this is a man that you want to start engineering a comeback with here.
Yeah, and you said it. This is the type of guy you want to have at the plate with guys on base, that's for sure, because he's an RBI machine.
Vila short lead at first. Moore's delivery swung on. Nice pitch.
Compton's looked fooled on that off-speed pitch the last couple of it was first at bat as well.
Yeah.
Just not seeing it.
1 ball, 2 strike count back in the 2nd inning, and he popped out, or flew out to center. No balls and a strike here. Fastball away for a ball. So count evens at 1-1 here to Compton. Avila, the base runner at first.
Good piece of hitting by Avila there, taking that ball up the middle for the first hit for Millennium.
Short lead for Avila at first. Lawson will send the pitch in on a hop. Valley Christian have it. Nice play by Jake Sween there to take that one.
If he had good base running too, was moving off the crack of the bat.
Right.
And it was a little bit of a slow, but they could have gone the second for the force. But Avila got such a good jump off the crack of the bat. He made it in the second. So Sween could only go to first.
So Compton grounds out 6-3.
Which is nice because you get a guy in scoring position just the second time today. Atwall reached in second in the seconds. You got to start chipping away at this lead.
Good pitch. More with the off-speed stuff there on the inside corner of the plate. Strike one to Atwall. Reach base on a walk in the second inning. Pitch there for a ball. So the count evens at ball and the strike to Manjal Atwall. We're number 23, a right-handed bat. Base runner on second is Jose Avila. Man with the first hit of the day from Millennium. Look back from Lawson. Now the delivery. It's outside. Atwall does well to hold up his swing there. 2 balls and a strike now to Atwall. Blackwell to follow. Lawson getting some instructions there from Sween. Long lead off second base here for Avila. Sween playing close. Lawson will deliver to the plate, and that's chopped right back up the middle. Sween has it on a hop, fires across. Nice play for the second out. Avila's caught off third.
Oh.
Did they get him? He did. Oh, and that's tragedy for Millennium there. Avila took a few steps past third base, and some heads-up play there by Valley Christian to pick him off.
Yeah, and a perfect throw by Shaw, too, hitting Sween. So it goes Sween, Shaw, back to other brother Sween. Nothing but your 6-3-5. No, 6-3-5 double play, right?
Yeah.
Just your typical 6-3-5. See it all the time. But heads-up play all around.
Yeah,
absolutely. Play.
And that really could take some wind out of the sails for Millennium now as we through 3 in the third. It's 5-0 Valley Christian.
Need a highlight video for your athlete working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We provide recruiting video for any website in any sport. Not only that, but we give you your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches a link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246. Catch the best of Sac-Joaquin section basketball on CIF Sac-Joaquin TV. You can watch a replay. That should be baseball, right?
Yeah.
You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes. Plus, check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of the game. We're your home for baseball in the Sac-Joaquin section, CIFSacJoaquin.tv.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you don't really see 6-3-5 double play very often. But as you said, heads-up play, though, by Shaw. Noticing that Avila had gone past the bag going around third base and saw it too late to see whether or not he just overstepped the bag or if he was just caught asleep. But either way, Shaw firing across the diamond to Zach Sween to get his man. And Millennium had been threatening there. They would have had a man on third with 2 outs and at least an opportunity to get one, to at least try and get one run.
I'm not sure what Avila was thinking there because you don't make that wide turn on a routine ground ball in the infield.
Right. Good point. Not only that,
if it gets by the first baseman, you're going to score easily anyway. So you don't need a wide turn there.
So here come Valley Christian once again. It'll be Zach Sween, Brian Rosh, Tegan Mowry to bat. And Sween popped out in the first inning. Here's a pitch inside. That's going to hit him in the back. So that's a hit by pitch there for Zach Sween. Quickly, Valley Christian have a run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So the second Valley Christian batter hit by a pitch today. Haggerty was hit by one in the bottom of the 1st inning. Here's a fire across the first. That was close. That'll shorten up Sween next time for sure. Good move across there from Lawson. Had Sween the head first slide back to the bag. So first delivery coming up now to Brian Roush. Off-speed pitch, shows bunt, gets down to second. And say it's a foul ball. Yeah, I think so.
Got to send the runner back.
Yep. But Sween had a good jump there on the run down to say. He was already more than halfway down to second base. by the time Atwell got up from behind the plate, but it's going to be a strike to Roush as the ball caromed off his bat there as he showed bunt. So ball in the strike. Oh, no balls in the strike here to the top of the order batted now for Valley Christian here in the bottom of the 4th inning. His 3rd plate appearance of the day. Struck out in the 1st, singled in the 2nd. Roush batting .308 on the season. Here's a pickoff move to 1st, not in time. So Lawson has definitely settled down after a rough 1st inning where he conceded all 5 of Valley Christian's runs. Here's Roush showing bunt. Now move the runner down to 2nd. Thought about going over to 3rd there. There's actually no one
covering.
Yeah.
That's a shortstop's job because Compton came in to field the bunt. You got to know if you're a VIA, you got to cover 3rd there. Good bunt by Roush. So he takes the sacrifice, goes 1-3.
For the 1st out of the inning. So
well, I like the call, too. You move your speedster, Sween. Zach Sween's got good speed, and you sacrifice him over. That way you give Mowry and Shaw a couple good hitters, a chance to knock in another RBI.
Yeah, Mowry short. Tegan Mowry and Jimmy Shore to follow. Here is Mowry at the bat. One out in this bottom of the 4th inning. Base runner on 2nd is Zach Sween. Lawson will look back to 2nd. And now fire to the plate. Pitches outside with the off-speed pitch.
Again, Avila spending, he's not even getting back to the shortstop position. There's a huge gap in there between Compton and Avila.
There is.
Because he's spending so much time worrying about the batter 2nd. If you watch him, he's barely even getting back in position by the time the pitch is thrown.
Yeah, Compton is close to the line at 3rd. Avila is more or less on top of 2nd base, and that one is drilled to left, going back, dropping back and making a nice play out in left field there is Carroll. He'll fire back to the infield. Sween will make it over to 3rd.
Yeah, Carroll broke towards home at first, had to quickly retrace his steps in the over-the-shoulder grab.
And you'd think there, if Mowry was able to get that ball down, that would have been a base hit for sure, because no one was even within range of being able to field that one. But a nice play by Carroll, going back about 20, 30 feet or so to reel that one in for the 2nd out. So Mowry flies out to the left.
Sweden was able to take 3rd on the play. Now they're going to check back. Oh, and they did get it. He didn't wait. Wow, there's something you don't see all the time. Check back to 2nd, and they're going to say that Sween didn't wait until it was in Carroll's glove to take 3rd.
No kidding. Wow. So that's indeed what happened. He went to 3rd before the ball entered the glove of Carroll. The out stood. The 2nd out was Mowry because he flew out to left field, and then on the 1st.
It actually goes as a double play.
Wow. Well, some interesting double plays in this game so far today, Ben.
For sure. That's why you check. That's why you check.
Well, we'll sort out the paperwork here while Ben Schneider gives us another advertisement.
Stay tuned for the CIF Sac-Joaquin TV post-game show where we will select our player of the game, as well as wrap up all the action for this ballgame. That's coming up following the game on CIFSacJoaquin.tv.
So how would you score that double play?
Well, I'm not. Well, it went 7, and then I don't know if he threw it straight into. Well, the pitcher had it, and he threw it for. You just. I mean, if it went 7-1-5, maybe. So they threw it back into the pitcher, and then the pitcher threw it to Avila.
We'll go with that. Some bizarre double plays so far in this game.
It ends up being a 1-2-3 inning there for Larson, or for Moore.
Anyway, back to the action here in the meantime. Quick delivery from Jeremiah Moore facing Spencer Blackwell. Blackwell, a right-handed bat here in the top of the 5th inning. And Millennium, after finally getting their first hit back in the 4th inning, thanks to Jose Avila, it's picked off at 3rd in a double play. Now that's drilled out to right field. But over there for Valley Christian is Mowry for the first out. So quickly, Blackwell is gone. And I'll bring up Kyle Morawski. He's a right-handed bat. We're number 7, batting .375 on the year, 30 hits and 80 at-bats, 11 RBIs. 12 strikeouts, batting .375, 25 games. But Jeremiah Moore so far has done a masterful job of keeping these Millennium hitters at bay. Here's a pitch high, ball 1. Second plate appearance from Borowski. Grounded out to first base and second for the third out of that inning. Delivery from Moore, swung on, fouled off right side, ball on the strike. Moore from the first base side of the rubber. Just the cap, now he's ready for the delivery. That pitch is outside. Gets away from brother Quentin there momentarily. 2 balls and a strike now to Borowski. Tanner Carroll to follow. There's a pitch outside. That'll be 3 balls and a strike. So hitters count here from Borowski. No one on at the moment. 1 out in this top of the 5th inning. Extra second here for Moore to compose himself. And now the delivery. Pitch swung on and taken to right. That's going to go foul. So full count. I believe that's the first one of the day here for Millennium.
Yeah, Morris made short work of these Millennium batters here so far. Giving up just the 1 hit.
Yeah, apart from the 4-pitch walk to Atwell. Here's a delivery swung on. That's fouled back. So battling a bat here by Borowski, fouling off 2 consecutive pitches. And see if we can get one to hit here from Jeremiah Moore. Tanner Carroll, brother Drew to follow. Millennium would really love to get a base runner here. Moore's ready. Gets the sign. Delivers. Pitch is grounded to second base. They have it, firing across the first in time. That's Van Patten over there making a nice play. Firing across the shore for the second out. So Borowski grounds out 4-3. And that'll bring up Tanner Carroll. He was number 3, right-handed bat. Carroll batting .329 on the year. One of 5 players to play all 27 games for Millennium this season. Ready at the bat, crowding the inside portion of the plate. Delivery from Moore is high for ball 1. Carroll to get on base here. Eddie Diaz would follow. Second plate appearance for Carroll. Caught looking in the third. Delivery from Moore is grounded back to Moore. He bobbles it, but is able to corral it in time, firing across the shore for the third out. So Jeremiah Moore is really making short work here of the Millennium order. They go down 1-2-3 here in the 5th. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's Valley Christian 5, Millennium 0.
Remember, you can watch highlights or replay of today's game in our on-demand section. And you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Click on Buy DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching a greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246.
Thank you, sir. So apart from a rough first inning for Austin Lawson, giving up 5 runs on 4 hits, he's really settled down quite nicely through the last 3 innings. Now he'll face the heart of the order for Valley Christian with Jimmy Shore, Jake Sween, and Bronson Bulgin coming up. And Bulgin in particular is the danger man for Valley Christian with 2 hits on the day so far in his 2 plate appearances. So crucial for Lawson here to keep his team in this game and get out of the inning quickly. Unfortunately for the Millennium pitcher, the bats have not been on the boil today. Beautiful day in Sacramento here at Union Stadium on the campus of Sacramento City College. With Ben Schneider, Joey Gonzalez, and Tim King, my name's Stephen Davies. Thanks for joining us on Memorial Day, and thanks for making us part of your Memorial Day plans. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. Certainly a thrill to be here at Sacramento City College once again. To bring you the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Championships, Division 7, 3, and 2 finals. Brought to you live this afternoon. And we're in the bottom of the 5th inning here in the Division 7 game between Valley Christian and Millennium. Millennium out of Tracy, Valley Christian from Roseville. And the first delivery of this bottom of the 5th from Austin Lawson is a little outside with the off-speed pitch. As Ben had mentioned, for the last couple innings, Lawson has almost exclusively worked with the off-speed pitches, the curve and the change. Here's a delivery from Lawson. It's inside, swung on, and foul tipped, I believe. So that'll be a ball and a strike now to Jimmy Shaw. He did make a plate appearance in the last inning, but thanks to that crazy double play with Sween, didn't check back to second base after the flyout by Tegan Mowry, resulting in what we believe is a 7-1-5 double play. So ball and a strike here to Jimmy Shaw. Pitch is swung on. He gets a piece of it, fouls it off, so ball and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming up here for Lawson. He'd love to get a strikeout if he could here and get the first out of the inning. Working from the first base side. Here's the delivery from Lawson. Pitch is popped up, sky to the left side of the infield, out of play. Actually well back into the seats. So count remains at a ball and 2 strikes here to Jimmy Shaw. He got a single in the first, struck out in the second inning. Third at bat, 4th plate appearance of the day. Here's a curveball that's rifled to center, and that's going to get into the alley. It's cut off out there by Carroll, but not before a single for Jimmy Shaw, and it's his second single of the day.
Good piece of hitting there by Jimmy Shaw. He's pretty much waiting for the pitch that he wanted to take that straight up to center field. Good patient at bat there.
And this could spell trouble now for Millennium with Sween coming up. Popped out in the first, caught looking in the second. And with Bulljohn on deck, if Valley Christian can get a couple of base runners here, it's going to be real trouble for Millennium. Delivery is in there for a strike. Good first pitch there from Austin Lawson to Sween. Runner on first is Shaw. Take a short lead off first base. And look across there from Lawson. No balls and a strike. Here's a delivery. Curveball swung on, drilled to the left. Playable. And that's going to be the first out of the inning as Sween flies out to left. Carroll had to take about a step to his right as that was hit right to him.
Yeah, he's played perfect position,
Yeah.
Barely moves at all.
And again, that outfield for Valley Christian playing very shallow, or for Millennium, playing very shallow at the moment, almost in the line across the outfield from left to right. So here's Bulljohn now. This is a guy they have to get out. First pitch, swung on and hit to center field, dropping to the left side of the outfield, but making a play on it is Carroll.
Yeah, right
Drew
there.
Carroll.
Finally able to
Carroll
retire Bulljohn after a couple of hits.
Carroll brothers playing the outfield. Tanner Carroll in left, Drew in center. And you're right, the guy they had to get out. First pitch swinging. There as he flies out to center field for the second out. And now here comes Haggerty.
Larson's really pitched well since that first inning.
Yeah, he has. And it was like you said earlier, Ben, just not going with the fastball, using the off-speed stuff. It's keeping these Valley Christian hitters in check. Single by Shaw to start the inning. 2 consecutive outs from Sween and Bulljohn as they fly out to left and center respectively. And now a strike on Haggerty. Now move across the first.
Jeremiah Moore's been outstanding.
Yeah.
So you can't give up the big inning. Someone who has an ERA under 2.
Well, as we've seen covering all sorts of sports, it's always a battle of the nerves, especially in the beginning.
Sure.
Usually whichever team can solve that crisis earlier will be the victor. And in this case, it was most certainly Jeremiah Moore as that pitch is fouled off right side. So 2 strikes quickly here to Haggerty and a chance for Austin Lawson to get out of the inning here if he can with a minimal amount of damage. 2 strike, no balls, 2 strike count. Quick look across the first. Delivery coming up to Haggerty from the right side of the rubber. The pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike to Levi Haggerty. He walked in the first. He was hit by a pitch on that first offering from Larson and popped out in the third. So ball and 2 strikes here to the right-handed bat. Haggerty, a junior. Here's the delivery. Pitches outside. Did he check his swing? No, he didn't. He went around, and that's going to be strike 3. So after giving up a single to start the inning to Jimmy Shaw, Larson responds in fine style. And after 5, it's 5-0 Valley Christian. We will turn it back over to Ben Schneider to take you the rest of the way.
Looking for a great place to advertise your business or reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246. Stay tuned for the CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv postgame show, where we will select a player of the game as well as wrap up all the action for this ballgame. That's coming up following the game on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. A couple early candidates, obviously Jeremiah Moore, the way he's pitched, he's been outstanding. Boljan with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, another candidate. So he's the only Valley Christian Lion that has multiple hits.
Right.
But only Zach Sween and Jake Sween don't have hits. 7 of the 9 starters for the Lions have hits tonight. And 5 of them have scored. That's 5-0. We're getting ready for the top of the 6th. Going to be 9-1-2. Eddie Diaz, Drew Carroll, Austin Larson at the bat for Millennium. The Falcons looking to get back in this thing. They're running out of time. They only have 6 more outs to get 5 runs. First pitch from Moore is low and outside, 1-0. Diaz grounded out to second in his only at bat in the third.
Had him battling a bat, though. He got a 3-ball count, but just couldn't make it happen.
That one's right down Broadway, called strike, 1-1. Crowd's starting to file in for our next game, going to be at 3. I believe that's the Division 6 game. Division 3, Joey Gonzalez, our producer, tells me. And that is going to be El Camino versus Rodriguez of Fairfield, followed by our nightcap, Granite Bay versus Wood Creek at 6. Now there's a rip and a base hit, just a second in the afternoon for the Falcons, but they'll take it. Diaz now 1 for 2, and they get their leadoff guy on. That's huge. That's just the second time they've done that. Avila got a single in the 4th, so just the second time today they got their leadoff guy on. And looking for a big inning. Here's Drew Carroll, who's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. Actually did reach in the 3rd on an error and grounded out to second in the 1st. Left-handed batter, number 15, digs in. Now Moore out of the stretch for a rare time this afternoon.
He has a good contact in his previous at-bat, and I think he's well rewarded for his patience there at the plate with a solid single between second and first.
Big gap in between right fielder Mowry and the center fielder Roush. Huge as Roush is shifting towards left. About a 40-yard gap out there between the 2 outfielders. See if Carroll can take advantage of it, but it's a double play ball. It's a second. Bobbles it, only play is to first. Van Patten, look off the bat, would have been a routine 4-6-3 double play, but he just gets the 1 out. So Carroll out on the fielder's choice, 4-3. As Diaz gets to second, just the 3rd time today that Millennium has had a player in scoring position, and that'll bring up Austin Larson. I mentioned Larson's done a fine job on the hill after that rough first inning. Now trying to get his team on the scoreboard with a knock here. Single should do it. Moore out of the stretch, and the pitch is a heater around the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Diaz had a good jump on that previous at-bat, and that's why I think even if Patton had been able to reel that one in, that going to second base, they would have only have got 1 runner anyway. So I think the wise choice is just go to first.
Well, he bobbled it.
Right.
You always want to try to get the lead runner. if you can. 0-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Reaching for it was Larson out of the zone. Probably wish he had that one back. Now behind in the count, 0-2. Moore's got a couple pitches to waste here. See if he can get Larson to chase. So you see El Camino getting ready for their game next. Calm, cool, collective with the iPods. Getting themselves pumped up. That one's outside. Trying to get him to chase on a inside fastball. 1-2 now. River Cats in action. Giants in action at home. Good day for baseball here in the Bay Area. I have to check on the A's. I know they got swept by the Yankees over the weekend.
Yeah, they're off to Minnesota.
Okay, so they don't play today?
Thought they did actually.
Well, we'll check it out.
No, they're hosting Minnesota at home.
Oh,
That's
they
right.
are. So
That's right.
Giants, A's, and River Cats all at home today. That's pretty cool. So you have no excuse, really, if you're a baseball fan, especially on a great day like today, to get out, support your local team. There's a chop, but it's taken by Sween over to first. Easy 6-3 play. Larson's retired for the third time today. Diaz does move over to third. But 2 outs now. The infield can play at normal depth. It'll be Jose Avila. Grounded out in the first. Had a single in the fourth. 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for Valley Christian. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Valley Christian. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Avila waits. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses inside, 1-0.
Now the best chance Millennium have had all day to get a run at home, albeit with 2 outs. They really need to get runs on the board in this inning, because after this they just have the bottom of the
top of
the top of the 7th. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice to get at least 1 here.
This could be playable here.
Good effort there by Shaw, but he runs out of real estate. 1-1 the count here, top of the 6th. Millennium trailing 5-0. Joey Gonzalez will be my broadcast partner for the Division III section title game as Steven moves over to the producer's role. The one and only Tim King will still be our videographer. 1-1 pitch on the way. Oh, that's a good-looking fastball right on the outside corner. 1-2.
Tim King digging in for all 3 games
right
today, hunkering down for sure.
The wind really hasn't let up since the opening pitch. It's been steady. Right to left, strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Emphatic way to end the inning there from Jeremiah Moore.
Villa goes down looking for Millennium. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 through 5.5. It's been all Valley Christian. They lead 5-0 right here on the Play On Sports Network.
You can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. You can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Click on Buy DVD and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. And if you're looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community, and you want to advertise on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv, we have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, please give us a call via telephone at area code 619-677-3246. And Moore's location on his fastball today, Ben, has been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it really has. And you mentioned, I think he's only gotten to 3 balls on 1, maybe 2 batters. He's been in command. He's been ahead of the count. Basically, he's been able to do whatever he wants out there.
By contrast, Austin Larson has really settled down quite nicely in this game. Unfortunately, first inning kind of did him in with 4 singles given up in that inning. And the crucial one to Buljan, who got a 2 RBI single down that right field line. And that really may have been the turning point in this game, albeit so early on.
Well, yeah, other than the first inning, he's only given up 3 hits. So 4 of the 7 hits came in that first inning.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts as well for Larson.
Wind now picking up just a tad bit more than it has.
Has stayed consistent across the outfield from right to left.
7, 8, 9 hitters for the Lions. It'll be Quentin Moore, Jeremiah Moore, and Zach Sween. 7, 8, and 9. Quentin Moore to lead things off. Number 22 had an RBI single and scored a run in the first. Struck out swinging in the third. He's 1 for 2. Big right-handed batter as Larson out there for his 6th inning of work. Giving up 5 runs on 7 hits. Curveball is high, 1-0. Always a fun venue to be out here every year for these games for Memorial Day. There's a rip to the opposite field, but a nice play there by Blackwell, moving to his right. Good reaction off the bat as Quentin Moore's retired L3. That'll bring it Jeremiah Moore, 1 for 2, had a 2 RBI single for runs 4 and 5 back in the first. Flew out to second in the 30s, 1 for 2, right-handed batter. Takes a ball low, 1-0.
Good job by Blackwell. It's a right-handed, it's got the glove on the left hand there, moving to his right. Get the glove out and make the nice play.
That one just catches the outside corner. 1-1 now on Jeremiah Moore. Pitched a fantastic game so far. That one's low and outside, 2-1. Larson in a nice rhythm now. Gets the sign from Matt Wall in the pitch. Same location, a little different resort. 3-1 now. So Larson, I don't believe he has not given up a walk today. He's had good command.
Yeah, the only walks he's given up are when he's hit a batter. He's done that twice.
Moore thought he had the walk, started to walk towards first, and home umpire Mike Gilpatrick says, I don't think so. That was a strike. Payoff pitch on the way. There's it, belted into center field, and getting past the center fielder, Carroll. This could be trouble. I believe that's going to be a single deal. Carroll did not get a good jump, and then once he realized he didn't have it, he should have just got back to his original position and made sure that ball didn't get by him. I think he made a late break on it, thinking he could make the catch, but they're going to give him an E8. So Moore does not get the hit. Little surprised at that, since I don't think it hit his glove. It's hard to say from where we're sitting, but usually 9 times out of 10, if it doesn't hit a player's glove, it's going to be a base hit.
A lot of topspin on the ball. I think it really hit the ground. I think it would have hit the ground whether or not he'd had a chance to make a play. It's going to be fouled back.
I would have scored it a base hit.
Yeah, I think I would have as well. But either way, a nice piece of hitting, especially there on the full count by Jeremiah Moore.
No, definitely. And he's had a couple good at-bats now.
So I think we've got a pinch runner here at Sac, and we'll get to that in just a minute.
Yeah, towards the black jerseys. It looks like number 5. I just got a quick glimpse.
Demetrius Flood, the senior infielder. Yeah, it can be a little bit problematic at times with both teams wearing the dark uniforms.
Front of it, yeah.
I think it is number 5.
Oh, that's going to be a base hit just past the jumping AV at short. They're going to hold Moore at third.
Yeah, it is indeed Demetrius Flood, the pinch runner there over third base. And he was turning for home there. He was held up by Coach Gunter. And you can definitely tell it's him with the impressive Wilson-esque beard down there.
So first hit the afternoon for Zach Sween, and Only Mowry now doesn't have
Oh,
a base hit. Gets away, throw to first. Now a play at home, safe.
Great.
Oh, did they?
They picked off Sween at
They
first.
did pick off Sween at first, but on the play, Moore scores. So the play goes 1-3-2 if you're scoring at home. But they'll give up the pickoff play to score the run, I'm sure. And Moore scores for the first time today. It's now 6-0, Lions on top.
We could tell on the previous hit by Sween to get to first that Flood had a lot of speed going from second to third, and he used it all there to get to the plate before Blackwell could fire back across the Atwell in time to get the out.
Maybe a little loss of concentration there on Larson. I mean, the runner at first is the least of your concerns when you got a guy at third with less than 2 outs, and you're trailing by 5.
Fastball gets away from Lawson there, and Roush duck out of the way of that one.
Roush 1 for 3. Make it 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. Struck out in the first, had a single, and stole a base in the 2nd. Already his 4th at bat here in the 6th. 2-1 pitch on the way. Changeup's a good one. 2-2. A swing and a miss there by Roush.
Seen a bit more of the fastball here from Lawson in this inning. But at this point now, they've just really got to try and minimize the damage here. It's going to be a tough inning.
2-2 the count. Another changeup. That one's belted and just past the diving Avila into left field for a base hit. As Roush gets his 2nd single of the game, looking to add on to their 6-0 lead. That'll bring up the big number 33, Tregan Mowry. Mowry reached on an error in the first, scored a run, flew out to left in the 2nd, flew out to left in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Big right-handed batter, digs in, waits for the pitch, here it comes. And that's belted into left field for another base hit. 2nd base hit for Mowry of the afternoon.
He's going for 2. And that's a play
he
at third.
He
get
2.
him? Oh,
safe
wow.
at third as Roush, good base running there, did go from first to third. Maybe Carroll a little bit too nonchalant out there and left. Probably didn't figure that Roush was going to head for third.
Throw was on top. I mean, I thought he got him. Bang, bang play there at third. Nice.
Oh, I thought so too.
Nice running by Roush, though, all the same, turning the Jets on around second there and hustling down to get in underneath the tag. But yeah.
So Valley Christian really looking to open things up now. They're already on top 6-0. They have Mowry at Roush at third, Mowry at 2nd. And the ever-dangerous Jimmy Shaw at the plate. Shaw's 2 for 3. Singled and scored a run in the 1st, struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 5th. Left-handed batter has popped to all directions of the field. That one misses outside 1-0.
3 consecutive hits now for Valley Christian off Austin Lawson. 2 singles and now the double to Mowry.
6 runs on 10 hits for the Lions. Oh, 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Runner's going to come home now. They say he got a piece of it. So 1-1 after the foul tip by Jimmy Shaw.
Another run here.
We got our other team getting ready for the 3 o'clock game. Rodriguez of Fairfield. Getting comfortable here in the sun. That one misses outside 2-1 now. It's been all Valley Christian looking to win their 4th section title in the last 6 years. They defeated Millennium last year 3-1 in this same game a year ago. That one's headed out towards my car. Watch out. A lot of flags we see. People showing their patriotic spirit here on the Memorial Day. That's one on the inside corner. Strikeout looking. Shaw strikes out for the 2nd time, but the damage is done.
Yeah.
For Valley Christian in the inning, they get 1 run on 3 hits. They leave 2. We've played 6. We'll head to the top of the 7th with the score. Valley Christian 6, and Millennium 0.
Catch the best of Sac-Joaquin section baseball on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes, plus check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or you can order DVD or Blu-ray disc of the game. We're your home for baseball in the Sac-Joaquin section, CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Don't forget to stay tuned, of course, for the CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv post-game show, where we will select our player of the game, as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. And although you and I haven't really had a chance to discuss this yet, Ben, well, what I was about to say was we haven't had a chance to discuss it yet, but I think there's a clear candidate emerging now for Valley Christian as they move on here to the 7th inning.
That's Jeremiah Moore.
Yes, sir.
Well, he had 2 RBI single in the first. He reached on an air and scored in the 6th, plus that's not even counting what he's done on the hill. Pitching a shutout so far, a 2-hit shutout. And only 2 players for Millennium have got to scoring position. Make that 3. Atwall did it in the 2nd. Avita did it in the 4th, and then Diaz in the 6th.
Just 3 strikeouts for Moore, but very efficient
he
and consistent pitching.
And 1 walk. So just 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 2 hits. Looking to finish things off for Millennium. They will have 4, 5, 6 hitters, Compton, Atwall, and Blackwell. Gavin Compton to lead things off. He's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out, right-handed batter. Here we go. Fastball misses outside, 1-0 on Compton. Millennium needs base runners. One misses high, 2-0. Alongside Stephen Davies, I'm Ben Schneider, Joey Gonzalez, our producer, Tim King, our videographer. We'll have a little bit of a break in the action. Not much, though, as it's 22 right now. Oh, we will. Actually, it's 20-2. Next game's at 3. So we'll have a little bit of a break. Now Steven's probably going to go get himself a dog. 2-1 on Compton. Fastball grazes the outside corner, 2-2. Moore doing a fantastic job of painting those corners.
Yeah. And that's something he's done from the very first inning of the game, is defining the corners of the plate.
2-2 pitches fouled back out of play. The right side.
It's also helped he's had command of his pitches since the get-go, and that, as we've seen, has really proved the difference. There's been little to choose between Lawson and Moore since the 2nd inning, but the 5 runs have, now I should say 6 runs have come back to haunt Millennium.
Time's called by Compton. Swing and a miss. Gets away from Moore, but he'll throw down to first for the 2-3. Strike him out. They just don't have, Millennium, I don't think they have a left-handed batter in the lineup. When you're going against a righty like Moore, that makes it a little difficult. Just haven't seen his stuff.
I think Drew Carroll is the only...
Do they have one?
Yeah.
I think Carroll might be a switch hitter. That one misses outside, 1-0.
Because I have him down as a left-handed bat, but that was for the first at bat, so he may have switched back to the other side of the plate.
Strike, 1-1. Moore does a nice job. Doesn't fall behind on accounts.
And he's still got plenty on the fastball, too, even in this late stage of the game. I mean, you can see in his delivery there.
It's a little chopper in front of the home plate, but foul, just barely.
He wants this to be over and done with. You saw after time was called by Compton on the previous at-bat. As soon as he stepped back in the box, he was ready with his delivery.
Hey, it works at a fast tempo.
Yeah, certainly does. And for the Lions pitcher here, the finishing line is clearly in sight.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled. Count will remain 1-2. First of a triple header here on the Play On Sports Network. Next game at 3, followed by the nightcap at 6. Live here from Union Stadium on the campus of Sacramento City College. 1-2 is the count. And a changeup, and he got him. Atwell was fooled on that one. I think he wanted to swing, then took it back, and then just really had no hope.
Yeah, shaking his head as he takes the walk back to the dugout. And you're right, Ben. He really wanted to check his swing there. Just couldn't do so in time. And the crowd will rise now for Jeremiah Moore. See if we can finish this on a high note.
1 out away from another section title, the 4th in 6 years for the Lions. Moore will step out the plate, but Blackwell 0 for 2, struck out in the 2nd, flew out in the 5th. 6 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Lions. No runs, just 2 hits and 2 errors for the Falcons of Millennium. Ball misses outside 1-0.
Be a great way for Moore to cement the victory here with 3 Ks in his final inning.
But it's going to be a chopper right back to him. He's going to take his time, throw over to Shaw, and there you have it. 2012 Division 7 Sac-Joaquin section champions are the Valley Christian Lions. They go to 23-6 on the year. Their 4th section championship in the last 6 years as the dog pile just right of the mound takes place. An anticlimactic finish, but you see why Valley Christian has such a great program, proving again today with a dominating 6-0 victory. They got 5 runs in the 1st. That was all they needed. They did tack on 1 more in the 6th. Jeremiah Moore was fantastic. He throws a complete game, 2-hit shutout for the victory. We'll take a break in the action, come back with our KBC, with our Play On Sports Network, CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv post-game show. Once again, your final score, Valley Christian 6, Millennium 0.
So let's see, walks, 1 walk.
We on? Welcome back to the post-game show here. I think it's pretty easy. Our player of the game selection will be the starting pitcher for Valley Christian, Jeremiah Moore. He pitched a complete game 2-hitter, a shutout, only faced 2 over the minimum. Did a nice job with the bat, too. His 2 RBI single really set the tone. Well, it didn't set the tone, but it added on to a great first inning. They scored their 4th and 5th runs off his bat on that 2 RBI single in the 1st. And he actually reached on an error, a questionable error that we thought was a base hit. But either way, he scored their only run after the 1st in the 6th and pitched a magnificent game on the bump. That is our Division 7 championship game. Player of the game is going to be Jeremiah Moore. We'll do an interview for our website here coming up shortly. We have player introductions down on the field, so we'll try to get Jeremiah for a quick post-game interview, but we'll wrap things up right here on our post-game show. As far as our live broadcast goes, let me kick it back over to my broadcast partner, Stephen Davis, for any final thoughts, comments.
Yeah, Moore was, he was outstanding. He actually got a save in the playoffs there to I should say last year in the title game against Millennium. So this year to
He
follow.
got the save. Nice.
Yeah, so this year to follow it up with a victory. 19 straight victories for Valley Christian to conclude that season after. We still think it seems like an error, but a 17-0 loss, that'll definitely fire up your team. And the Valley Christian Lions really responded in some style. And yeah, you said it. I mean, from the get-go, Moore's command was outstanding. Excellent pitches to both sides of the plate. Worked at a quick tempo. You know, you really can't ask for more on a stage like this. And he's a very well-deserved player of the game.
And for Millennium, a bitter pill to swallow. They've now lost in the title game to their arch nemesis, Valley Christian. For the second straight year, they lost 3-1 last year. But a fantastic year for Coach Drew Reyes as they finished the season 20-8. Definitely no shame in reaching the section title game for the second straight year. Just not enough firepower to overcome Moore and company today.
And that was the difference. I mean, to give credit to Austin Lawson, if it hadn't been for the first innings, as we've said, I mean, there was very little to choose between the pitches. And he actually responded pretty well, considering you get rocked in the first inning to come back the way that he did. He himself only faced a couple over the minimum. So there you have it. Apart from that sixth inning where he gave up 3 consecutive hits, he really was able to dial it in. But not enough on the day to defeat Valley Christian of Roseville.
That's going to wrap it up for our Sac-Joaquin section championship game here on Memorial Day at Sacramento City College here at Union Stadium. Getting ready for Division III championship game, just El Camino versus Rodriguez. That's coming up at 3 p.m. for our videographer, Tim King, and my broadcast partner, Stephen Davis, and our producer, Joey Gonzalez. I'm Ben Schneider singing So Long. We'll see you back in about an hour, and then don't forget to check the website for our player of the game interview with Jeremiah Moore. Once again, your final score, Valley Christian wins the section championship for Division VII by a score of 6-0. We'll see you in about an hour, folks. Thanks for tuning in.